Hey y'all, today is all about cherries and ice cream. You know, one of my favorite ice creams is cherry vanilla, but I like the one where the ice cream is white and then you see the cherries. But I have bought some sometimes and the ice cream's pink and the cherries are pink. I like the white and the red. But anyway, we are going to combine cherries and vanilla ice cream to make a wonderful cherry ice cream pie. So we're going to start with our crust because we need to put this in the oven for about 10 minutes, 8 to 10 minutes, so it'll get crisp. All right, I've got my graham cracker crumbs. I've got my crushed almonds that have been roasted. I've got my sugar. And we're going to give this crust a little cinnamon blend. Am I blocking the view, Eddie, with my big old bowl?
No, you're good.
All right. And I'm just using my little whisk. And now I'm going to add the butter, which is going to hold all of our crust together. And then we're going to press this into our pie pan. Like I said, run it in the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes. Said you want to press this in real good. So it will stick together and the crust won't crumble on you when you go to cut your pie. Okay, that looks pretty good and tight in there. Okay, Teresa, oven for 8 to 10 minutes, baby girl.
Got it.
While our pie crust is getting crusty in the oven, I'm going to cook our cherries and add the rest of the sugar in the recipe. And we're going to cook this for about 10 minutes on a medium to low heat. Okay, the crust cooked for 10 minutes. My cherries have cooked for 10 minutes. And once it comes to a very soft boil, you definitely don't want to move your heat to low. Now I'm going to take some cornstarch because you can see it's a pretty thin state right now. And we need it thicker. So I've got my cornstarch. And I've got my water. And y'all know at the end of this video is all the ingredients, the measurements of the recipe. Correct, y'all? Am I telling you right?
It's in a link. Yeah.
Oh, it's in a link.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's my cornstarch mixed with a little bit of water. And now we're going to cook this for 10 more minutes. And you'll want to make sure you stir it to make sure it's not sticking anywhere. Okay, y'all, I forgot to tell you that we use frozen cherries and they work so good. So don't worry if the only way you can find them is in the frozen food. In fact, I prefer that. Now, once your cherries begin to come to a ball, you'll definitely want to turn your heat to low. And I think I told y'all 10 minutes, but actually it's closer to 15 minutes that it needs to cook and some of the liquid evaporate from it. So I'm going to switch this. I'm going to switch this to another container, get it out of this hot pot because I want this to cool quick. In fact, I may have helped him along by putting it in the refrigerator. Ooh, I'm so ready to finish up my cherry vanilla ice cream. All right, I'm going to put into my quart and a half a teaspoon of almond flavoring into this soft ice cream. I might have to put this back in the freezer and let it freeze a little bit more because it's so liquidy. All right, now I'm going to take some of our cherries that we cooked and just kind of swirl it through that ice cream, and you see what it's going to do to it. Yay. Gonna do it just like that. I can't wait for y'all to make this one, because y'all are going to be a star. And I like it when y'all are stars. Okay. I got so much crammed in that, into that basket. Have to be careful. This is going to cover a pie crust, and that is totally all right that it does. I just don't want it to come out of the I just don't want it to come out of the off the sides. I'm bad about trying to stuff. But I'm going to stop right there, and I'm going to put this in the freezer for 3 hours, or until it's nice and hard. And then I'll drizzle the top with the cherries that I have left over. Isn't that pretty?
Mm-hmm.
And look over here, I got some extra. I've been thinking about this pie all afternoon. So before we cut it, I'm just going to drizzle it with a little. I put this in the refrigerator, and I probably shouldn't have. Probably should have left it kind of. Should have just left it kind of soft so it would actually drizzle. Alrighty. And now for some roasted almonds, because this is a almond cherry pie, or a cherry almond pie, whichever way you want to say it. I've had this one in the freezer for about 5 or 6 hours, y'all. And it says in the directions about 3 hours. But I'd probably leave it a little bit longer than 3 hours. Come see Mama. Come see Mama. Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at that pie, would you? I love pies. Love them. And the almond flavoring in this one just makes it heavenly. Mmm. So good. I wish y'all were here. Wish y'all were here with me. Eddie, would you like a bite? You want a bite, Eddie?
I'm going to get some. I'm going to get more than a bite.
Loving best dishes, y'all.
Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.